Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inshallah, today we'll be reciting the 15 just Surah Bani Israel and some part of Surah Al-Kahf. One of the most important things in the Surah Al-Kahf is obviously the story of Ashab Al-Kahf. Who were those people? The very brief story is once what happened was there was a time when there was one festival among some nations, some called back in the days, and some Greek nation back in the days, and it was a fair, it was a festival, and in the festival a lot of people, they were worshipping idols, same idols they used to carve with their own hands through the, by the stones and whatsoever, and they were worshipping that. So what happened was one youngster from that festival, he separated from the group which was basically making this ibadah, this false worship, and sat by some corner. Then after some time, another youngster, he secluded himself and he sat in the corner. And likewise, there was a whole jamaat, it turned out to be a whole jamaat separated from the whole group. And none of them were talking to each other. To know this, none of them, they all separated from the group which was idol worshipping, but they weren't talking to each other. After a long time, one of the youngsters, he said out loud amongst the group that the reason I'm sitting over here is because, I do not believe those people, whatever they're doing absolutely rubbish, absolutely false. I do not believe it. So that's the reason I have separated myself. Once the person, one of the youngsters, when he said that, that's when everyone said that we all were, we all believe in one Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we do not approve that we believe the other people. So what happened was, after that, they made their own place of worship where they can worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only. But someone slandered, someone, they complained about this group to, the king. And the king was obviously kafir, obviously a non-believer. So the king called all this group of youngsters and he said that, I've heard about you, this is what you believe is, and you have certain amount of time. He gave certain time frame. You have certain amount of time, and this time, if you do not refuse your certain belief which you have right now about the unity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if you do not get inclined towards this idol worshipping, I'm going to call all of you guys. You guys do basic. That's when after that, this whole jamaat of youngsters, they went to certain cave, and they started making the ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala where they slept for a certain amount of years. And obviously there's a ikhtilaf, the differences of opinion, how many people were there. There's an ayah say, يَقُولُونَ ثَلَاثَةٌ رَابِعُهُمْ قَلْبُهُم وَيَقُولُونَ خَمْسَةٌ سَادِسُهُمْ قَلْبُهُم رَجْمًا بِالْغَيْبِ وَيَقُولُونَ سَبْعَةٌ وَثَامِنُهُمْ قَلْبُهُم. In tafsir comes more or less mafhum, three jamaats, three different groups of people, different aqidah, different people who had different beliefs. They said different amount, that how many people were there, including the dog. So the last one is that there were 7 people and the 8th one was the dog. And by the way, this was the wahi. Through the wahi and the revelation, it was being told to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam that this is the exact amount. 7 people were there, and the 8th one was a dog sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the last foremost thing is about this story called Inshallah. What happened was وَلَا تَقُولُنَّ لِشَيْءٍ إِنِّي فَاعِلٌ ذَلِكَ غَدًا إِلَّا إِنْ يَشَاءَ اللَّهُ. What happened was mushrikeen, they came to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Obviously the Jews were the ones who sent these people, the mushrikeen of Makkah. That you go and ask Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam about Ashab al-Kahf. Who was Ashab al-Kahf? Mushrikeen of Makkah didn't know themselves who Ashab al-Kahf was. They just went, na'udhu billah min dhalik, to degrade Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What would Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam? So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam told them, alright, I'm going to give you the answer. But he forgot to say inshallah. What ended up happening was for around 15 days, no wahi was revealed, as sort of rebuking Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam how important it is to say inshallah. For 15 days, no wahi was revealed. And all the kuffar in Makkah, mushrikeen in Makkah, they started making fun of Nabi. And see what happened. He used to say, remember, this guy doesn't, all the claims he has done about revelation and divine revelation, all that, it's lies, false. Then after 15 days, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the actual story. And then Allah ta'ala also revealed, وَلَا تَقُولَنَّ لِشَيْءٍ إِنِّي فَاعِلٌ ذَلِكَ غَدًا إِلَّا إِنْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ. Never ever say that such and such thing I'm going to do غدا, tomorrow, except when Allah wills. Illa inshallah. Inshallah, that's important, inshallah. As all the Muslims, we need to say inshallah. It doesn't matter, irrespective of whatever we do, we say later I'm going to do inshallah. The addition of inshallah should be done as a like for Muslims.